Salute world, we got a banger today. Government continues to get pro Bitcoin.
No central bank digital currency. I'm so happy about that because that's a means of surveillance of the American people. But we want to make sure people can have individual wallets for their Bitcoin so they have that sovereign over their own money. We know we want the US dollar to remain strong. And actually having Bitcoin in reserve can help the US dollar.
Meaning bullish on crypto.
You think it's cooled off enough?
No, I think it can go down a little more. 90 is the next. I think 90,000 is the next level.
And I'm seeing a few indicators all across the board that's telling me that altcoins might be in for a nice rise in Q1. So we got a lot to talk about today in today's video. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Today is Motivated Monday, not Mope Around Monday. Appreciate everybody, all the new people in the Patreon and the Discord. You know, y'all be going crazy. So let's get into this video and talk about why Q1 could be explosive for altcoins. Now the market is looking good across the board. This is a beautiful open to Monday, specifically here with the blue chips. I want to get into the liquidation heat map chart for BTC because you can see we have strong bars of liquidity on both sides, a little bit stronger here to the upside, right? We know that these bars have acted as a magnet to the Bitcoin price, right? You can go into deep information and check the exchanges just from a surface level, just to keep this video not too long. You can see that we have a nice good pack of liquidity here, right around 100,000, right? So Bitcoin, in my opinion, could trade sideways, but I am going to show you a chart that tells me this could be bullish for altcoins, right? Before we get into that chart, let's take a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map from a weekly standpoint. And guys, you can see here, not much going on. So this is a good thing, right? This tells me that Bitcoin could be positioning itself to chop around 100K, right? And if BTC does chop around 100K, with this chart, we could see a nice, and I purposely didn't tell you what chart I was talking about, but we could see a nice looking move here from altcoins, as most of our favorite altcoins have looked to reset on the weekly RSI heat map, right? So it's going to be important, guys, to have conviction. I know a lot of people, and I'm going to talk about that in the end of the video, but I know a lot of people have been selling their conviction plays to try to ape into these AI plays. There's no need to do that. It's very, very important for you to have conviction and believe in what you are buying. There always will be another opportunity. So the psychology, the key here is to make sure you got new money coming in. As long as you got new money coming in and you got 20% in stables, you'll always be put in a position to take advantage of the new narratives or whatever's popping in crypto. And I get it. It's hard sometimes watching these AI coins and these new narratives pop off, and your old bag just sitting there like, Billy, help me out, man. You know, this is like, I'm ready to see the pump like everybody else. This is why it's important not to allocate 90% of your net worth into crypto, right? You add a percentage that you're comfortable with, but you keep something on the side to be prepared for new narratives. Guys, things move fast in crypto. Things move extremely fast, right? And if you sitting here already all the way allocated, you're going to get frustrated when you see a lot of these other, you know what I'm saying, altcoins going crazy. Great tweet here from Miles Dusha. He says, grind hard until May. If you've been following me for the last week, you know I've been in the trenches. I haven't had time to even put out any content because I am in the trenches, and I'm gonna give you guys what I'm seeing also in the trenches, because this is I utilize the trenches as a sentiment tracker. It really helps me with the sentiment and also the narrative of what's going on inside crypto. But he says here, chill out for a couple of months, pay attention during this period, but don't overtrade. Very important. Ramp up again in September. Basically the playbook from last year, repeat, right? We know post-halving year historically has been insane for altcoins and BTC. What we don't know is when it's going to happen. Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. But in this video, I think there's a good chance that Q1 is bullish. And this is why, guys, right? First and foremost, we are getting a higher low here on BTC. we do have resistance here at about 104, right? If BTC blasts through 104 and the Bitcoin dominance continues to capitulate on top of the momentum indicator that we've seen here, which is the stock RSI, also putting in a higher low, this could be extremely bullish for altcoins. This right here is probably the most bullish chart you're going to see right here. And this is the Bitcoin dominance charts, guys. We are positioning ourselves to put in a lower high from here, right? And what's important to note is even though the Bitcoin dominance price is going up, we're still getting a lower high here also on the stock RSI, which is a bearish divergence. So it's a good chance, because we got our red print on our indicator, that the BTC dominance continues to go down against this trend line, which could spell euphoria for altcoins, which I'm frankly already seeing it. If you trade, if you're in the trenches, you're already seeing like the AI bubble. And it's a shitty bubble. It's not a really good bubble. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of the AI stuff is absolutely ass. But at the end of the day, there's money to be made. So in crypto, in trading, in stocks, whatever that you're in, you got to know how to remove the emotion and make, decisions based on fundamentals, narrative, sentiment, and social arbitrage. And this is why it's so important to I know, and we say do your research, because that's very, very cliche, but to network in crypto, because networking puts you in a position to have early movers advantage. I can't explain how many times that if I wasn't locked into some of these Telegram channels, these private groups, these Patreons, that I wouldn't have been tipped off to the narrative, not specifically to the coin, but to the narrative. So if you already know a narrative is about to happen because you're seeing everybody talk about it before it reaches crypto Twitter, before it reaches YouTube's, you can do the research and find these coins before they reach, those areas where everybody is talking about them. The Bitcoin dominance itself is showing weakness, right? And every time we've seen weakness with the Bitcoin dominance, but also strength in the Bitcoin price, it tells us that there's a good chance that we can see some liquidity here. Rolling into altcoins. Now, the bear hopium here would be that the Bitcoin dominance goes down, Bitcoin puts in a lower high here and comes back down to retrace our zone between 89,000 and 92,000. And in my opinion, I don't think that's necessarily bad, but we haven't had the turn yet on the stock RSI. So it's a good chance that the BTC price could still go lower just based off this weekly chart. And if we go here to the heat map, on the weekly, you can see there's not much leverage in the market right now. So this is 50-50, right? The dynamics of the market has changed. It's not much leverage, right? So what we need that new money to come in and buy up the dip, right? We need the institutional money to buy up these ETFs, right? Buy up the dip, send the Bitcoin price up. And as the Bitcoin price goes up, we want the dominance to go down. And we want that liquidity to roll into altcoins. I also like here that the others dominance is looking to break the downtrend, print a confirming weekly candle here and here on the weekly charts while still having our green indicator. If the stock RSI continues to, push up here after a double bottom, we could see more dominance going, more liquidity going to altcoins as this dominance continues to go in an uptrend. And this is the others chart, right? This is the others chart. This is the pure altcoin market, eliminating Ethereum in the top 10 altcoins, right? And you can use these charts. You can use these charts as a reference whenever you're looking for to gauge the momentum of the market. The tether dominance here on a downtrend, right? We want the tether dominance to be on the downtrend. Every time the tether dominance gets in this gray area here, guys, that's altcoin season. You see, we had a massive altcoin season last time the tether dominance was down here in these gray areas. So we're just waiting for the tether dominance to fully capitulate. I would look for the tether dominance to get somewhere between 3% and 2%. When it starts trading around there, this is when you're supposed to be as locked in as possible, but also remember to take your profits. Remember across the board to take your profits. It's a little bit of a different market this time, right? Last bull run, we didn't have as many coins, right? So you got to think about the psychology of this. The fact that there's so many more coins and so much more dilution in the market, a lot of people are going to do a lot of rotating now. they're going to be doing a lot of rotating because there's so many shiny things that's interesting in crypto, right? The smart traders, they're going to have a little pool on the side to play around with, but they're not going to sell their conviction plays to chase green candles. That's where you lose money at, right? So yeah, we get up here and we talk about these coins, but guys, just because we're not talking about a coin from 2021 doesn't mean that I'm not. Just because if I go a week without talking about Jasmy, H-bar, Elon, doesn't mean I'm not still holding that token. Doesn't mean I'm actively trading my conviction plays. Conviction is conviction, right? That's where like hodling over time is truly where the money is made, right? When you're bored, you trade crypto to make money. Me personally, my situation is different from everybody else's, other people's that may be watching this, right? Because I am full-time Web3. So when I'm not making content, I need to still have an income, right? And that comes from trading, meme coins, AI agents, and things of that sort. So just be aware that if you know you've done the research, if you know you believe in the project, if you know the fundamentals haven't changed, you know the team is building, the social engagement is there. It's no need to over-rotate your bag, right? But, guys, you're going to have to take your profits this market here. Again, higher low here with the total cryptocurrency market cap. Now, what we need to see is us break all-time highs at about 3 trillion and go to tick higher, right? So if we start breaking these all-time highs on a total market cap, this means that there's more liquidity coming into crypto. Bitcoin is going to go higher, right? We know the liquidity is coming. We're seeing the government talk about the Bitcoin strategic reserve. If they can get that situated, right? We don't know when it's going to happen. It could cause a domino effect across the globe as these countries, these states, these entities, the pension money, retirement money, everything starts to flow into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, yes, will get most of the initial liquidity. But once people start to see the weakness and strength in the traders, they'll start rotating that liquidity into our altcoins. And we already have our bags loaded up because we've been loading up for the last 2 to 3 years, right? Total 3, it's the same story here on the weekly charts. The weekly charts are looking bullish. You almost got a stock RSI cross. I told you guys what I can go back and watch the video, and I told you that if the stock RSI capitulates below 80, we just need it to hold 50. And it looks like, I don't want to say it happened yet, but it looked like a good chance that this stock RSI could hold 50 and start printing back to the upside, which is going to take the total 3 chart with it, which is going to take altcoins with it as well. The others chart, same thing here. This is the altcoin, pure altcoin. I lost my train of thought there. Pure altcoin market there, but you can see here stock RSI moved to the upside. So the gist of what I'm saying is the altcoins are looking good, right? BTC is looking good. Bitcoin dominance is going down. Tether dominance is going down. So we know from a TA perspective that we are seeing strength in the market. This is a good thing, right? This is a good thing, right? At some point, we'll get quantitative easing. And I don't know, I heard somebody mention it. They was like tax season coming around. And, you know, when people get into, you know, they taxes, they're going to buy crypto. I don't know how true that is, right? I personally don't know how true it is. Y'all let me know inside the comments. But I will tell you this, right? I'll tell you this. There's nobody that I personally know right now besides the people maybe in my sports groups. They kind of know I do crypto, so they've been asking about it. Like yesterday, I got a question. One of my guys in my sports group, he was like, Millie, where are you buying these tokens at, right? Because this is a normie, right? He's like, the tokens you talk about, I don't see them on the exchanges, right? So normies are starting to try to figure out how to get into tokens before these exchanges. So if we could see some type of quantitative easing in the future, maybe Q1, Q2, Q3, I would expect that a lot of people is going to take some of that money that they do get, whether it be taxes or whatever, and put it into cryptocurrency, because there are people asking me now about more degenerate stuff about crypto opposed to just the generic questions like, oh, what are you buying on crypto.com? That's what I was usually getting. But now people are starting to inquire about degen stuff, about the AI area. But the funny thing about it, even though we're seeing this AI bubble in crypto, I don't even see a lot of people talking about AI outside of crypto, which is crazy. So we're either crazy or we're just insanely early to the AI narrative. And when the AI narrative does reach the masses, we're going to get insanely rich because we're already here. So just keep that in mind, that even though this is the end of the cycle, right, we still haven't gotten the meat and potatoes of the cycle, and that happens at post-halving year. So the thing about this could be a fake out, right? We do have resistance here on this others chart, and this could easily end up being a lower high here, and the altcoin market could continue to go lower. So it goes back to what I said earlier in the video. The market is still like at a 50-50 area where it's the momentum is starting to show momentum, but we haven't confirmed the momentum, and that's the part that I want you guys to understand. It's a difference between talking about, okay, yeah, the momentum is coming, but we still have to confirm the momentum, which means we need to have confirmation candles that this is not a lower high from here, right? We need to continue the uptrend and not put in a lower high and start a downtrend, right? That's what you don't want to see, especially from the others chart, because if that happens on the others chart, it can get a little bit ugly. But just from a historic standpoint, post-halving year is bullish, guys. It's really, really bullish. So this is going to be very, 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 very interesting, right? We're starting to see a little bit of a weakness on the DXY. The DXY is overbought, and we got a stock RSI on the DXY. Now, just from my knowledge, right? Every time we get a stock RSI on the weekly chart, you got a stock RSI cross on the weekly chart. You got to pay attention to that. And including this candle here. We got to see how this, what happens with this candles here, right? So, yeah, the DXY could be coming back down, and this also could send more money back into crypto. From a stock market standpoint, it's still lack of strength here on the home builders market. A little bit more strength here on Coinbase, but I want to make it clear, we don't have confirmations yet that we're still in an uptrend, right? Because if this thing, again, even Coinbase puts in a lower high, right? Because this could definitely be a fake out for altcoins just to capture more liquidity to go lower, right? So just be aware that even though we're starting to see momentum, guys, we don't have confirmation yet. We're seeing the momentum for Bitcoin dominance, capitulating and stuff like that. But like when I'm looking at the charts, I don't see confirmations. I want to make that clear, right? Because I started the video really, really bullish. But the more I look at this chart, I'm like, I want to make it clear to everybody that, yes, we're starting to see a tick in momentum, but we haven't seen confirmation yet. And I think that we need to see confirmation. The flip side of this, the fear and greed index went back down to almost 50 over the weekend, right? So a lot of people feel more comfortable buying when the fear and greed index is lower. Smart wallets, right? Smart wallets feel more comfortable buying when the fear and greed index is lower. Bitcoin dominance is still sitting at 55%, so it's still big daddy in the market. We need to see that dominance for the altcoins and the others, especially Ethereum, start to go up. I would also pay attention to the Bitcoin peers and the Bitcoin Ethereum peers. So that's pretty much what I got, guys. Again, we're seeing momentum. The whole thesis of this video is that we're seeing momentum, but we don't have confirmation yet. Do you think that we will get confirmation, or do you think that this is a fake out? Let me know in the comments. We're not in altcoin season. Altcoin season index is 59. And I want to go over a few things before I close this video. First and foremost, the sentiment. Everybody is rotating in AI. I don't think that this is necessarily a good thing. I don't think that you should be selling convictional plays to rotate. I think that if you have extra money, you use that money to play in this bubble, you make your money in this bubble, and then you take that money and you put it into something like Bitcoin or conviction plays or into fiat if you need fiat, right? So don't get caught up in the AI bubble. Last but not least, conviction over trading, guys. Post-halving is always explosive, but the reason why people don't make it in the first and second cycles is because they overtrade. They think they gotta be doing something in the market. They gotta be a part of every narratives are popping. They gotta be a feel like they're winning, right, when they're losing, right? Because at the end of the day, if you sell something that's oversold, right, and you put into something that's overbought, and that token goes down, guess what usually happens? The token that you sold goes up. I'm pretty sure everybody done been through that in the comments. So, guys, conviction over trading. Conviction over trading post halving is always explosive, and this is, I can't stress this enough. 20 to 30% in stables. That way you can enjoy the market dynamics, right? You can enjoy gambling. Because if you're on the sideline because you got 90% of your money in crypto, you probably feel bad every time these AI altcoins pop off. You probably get fucking mad. You probably shitting. And you guess what happens? You eventually sell your conviction plays to buy into something that's up thousands of percent right when it's about to go down, and you become the exit liquidity. So instead of chasing green candles, go harder on whatever that you're doing. Get a second job, make more money, whatever, save more money, but put that on the side to take care of your addiction, right? You got an addiction with this gambling, so you got to take care of your addiction. Don't go into your bag to take care of your addiction. Go a little bit harder, man. It's 2025. We got 365 days, right? Each day, right? The one thing I like about the new year is that it's a reset, right? So each day you can be the best you can be, right? Because you're new. Everything is new. It's a reset, right? So take advantage of the 24 hours in your day, man. I can't say that enough, right? If anything, look at it like, okay, I'm 5-6 days into the new year. This is my opportunity to take advantage of this new year. I am going to devote work ethic, ambition, and I am going to take advantage of every 24 hours of each day for 365 days. And I know at the end of the year, if you do that, if you have that mindset, you'll probably be in a way better place at the end of the 2025 than you were at the beginning of 2025, right? So guys, go hard or go home, man. This is it. This is it. We're seeing strength from the indicators, but we do not have confirmation yet. So stay safe, be patient, let the market come to you. It's going to come, but let's get a little bit confirmation first before we think that we're just about to go into this raging altcoin season. I know it looks good. We need to see confirmation first. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.